So that's all very well and good. Now I want to publish that up to my sandbox. So if I go into the products tab here, a product is, as I said, a thing that contains the loans API. So I'm going to compose myself a product here, and I'm going to call it loans. So again, this is the product GUI editor. It's very similar to the loans API editor. We've got design and code here. So the language here is not Swagger. This is a custom language for the products. But I can either use the editor or I can use the UI. Again, I've got some contact details. Here I have information about visibility, and here is the meat. So here's the APIs. So I want to add my loans API into this product. So I'm going to check that, add that in there. And then here in the plans section, we have which plans are contained within this product. So the editor's helpfully generated me a default, and I need to put the loans API in there. And I'm going to say, yeah, we're going to have an unlimited rate. We don't need subscription approval to sign up to this plan, and that's that. So I'm going to save my product. So now I've got a product that includes the loans API. The next thing to do is to publish it. So if we take a look at my products here, we've got my loans product. So we go in here, and in the old version 4 user interface, this would have been a plan, and I would have staged a plan into my environment. Now this is a product, and I'm going to stage this product into a catalog. So I've got the sandbox catalog. That's the catalog I've got. So I'm going to click stage, and success. It's been staged. So it's now staged in the sandbox catalog. So to see what goes on in the sandbox catalog, we need to flick over here to the catalogs, go into sandbox, and we can see details of what's in my sandbox. So we can see I've got my loans API in here, staged. I've got my loans APIs there. Default is my only plan. So at the moment that means we're not going to be able to see something. If I want to make this live, then I can click the dots and I can publish it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to publish my loans product into the catalog. So at this point I can choose whether, who gets to see this in the developer portal. Everyone, people logged in, or some custom, and then who can subscribe to this. So I think these defaults are fine for me. I'm going to click the publish button and kick off the process of publishing it. So very quickly there, that's been published into my sandbox environment. So the next thing I want to do is probably actually invoke this thing. So if we look in the settings, one of the important pieces of information is what the base URL of the endpoint of my loans API is. So that's the base URL there. If we look in the sandbox, we can see I've got loans running there. And if you recall from the API, the loans API, the base path of my loans API was /loans/v1. So here I've got my string here. If I substitute the path of my sandbox, we'll see that's the data that comes back from the server. So I've managed to successfully proxy it. And I've changed the loan amount just to make sure that it is actually going through and it's not just returning a hard-coded value. So that's the process of kind of publishing to the sandbox. That's how products kind of tie in, at least initially. Later on we'll look at the developer portal and you can see how they appear in the developer portal.